video, we'll learn how to remove regular nail polish with ease and minimal stress to your natural nail. Although this tutorial can be used for any kind of regular nail polish, we are also going to show you the most stubborn nail polishes, which are glitters and reds. Now let's get started. The first two items are required, and they are acetone and cotton. For this video, we're going to be using cotton balls, but you can also use cotton pads. The next two items are optional, and even though they're not required, they do help make things easier, but it's also okay if you don't have them. Before you start the removal process, apply a little bit of Vaseline to the cuticle area. This helps avoid some of the dryness that occurs naturally whenever we use acetone. The first step is to dip the cotton in acetone, and then take it to the nail and press down and wiggle it a little bit. Then you're going to leave the cotton on the nail and move on to the next finger. This part is where the plastic clips become useful because you can use them to hold the cotton in place. It's not required, as you're going to see here, but it definitely helps. Now you're going to repeat this for the rest of the nails, and by the time you finish with the fifth nail on one hand, the first nail is already ready to be removed. Now you're going to press down into the cotton and do a one swipe motion away from the cuticle. Any residue that you see on your nail after you do the first swipe motion, you can just easily clean it up with any piece of the cotton that's clean. If the cotton you use to remove the polish is completely painted, then just grab a clean one. You never want to take dirty pieces of cotton into the nail because this creates more of a mess. So just keep in mind, only take to your nail pieces of cotton that are completely clean. After you're done with all your nails, just wash your hands and you should be good to go. In this video, we'll learn how to remove gel nail polish. We will be using pure acetone because it offers the most effective way to remove gel nail polish at home. For this tutorial, we'll need pure acetone, Vaseline, cotton, aluminum foil or plastic clips, nail file, and a wooden stick. The first step is to remove the shine off of the gel nail. You can do this either with a buffing block or a nail file. Be very careful not to overfile because we do not want the buffing or the filing to reach your natural nail. You basically want to just remove the shine and a little bit of the bulk so the acetone can penetrate through all the layers of polish a bit better. Before we start the soaking process, apply a little bit of Vaseline to the cuticle area. This will protect your skin since we will be soaking in acetone. The soaking off process can be done in multiple ways. One way to do the soak-off method is to saturate a cotton ball with acetone, place it on the nail, and secure it with a plastic clip. Another way to do this is the same with a cotton ball, but you're going to secure it with aluminum foil instead of the plastic clip. The third method is to simply dip your fingers in acetone. For this example, I used a small container for one finger, but for your removal, you can grab a bowl that fits all 5 fingers. You're now going to soak your nails for 15 to 20 minutes. Once the timer is up, most gels should be flaking off the nail. Use the wooden stick to help remove the gel from the nail if there's anything that's not easily coming off. However, don't do this too aggressively because we don't want to damage the natural nail. If after using the wooden stick, you still have some stubborn pieces of gel left on the nail, just repeat the soaking process again. Never use the wooden stick or any other type of cuticle pusher too aggressively on your natural nail because this can cause damage. Keep in mind that not all gels remove the same way. Here are some factors that influence how easy the gel flakes off. The quality of the gel, because some gels are more stubborn than others. How long you've been wearing the gel manicure, because older manicures are typically harder to remove. What removal method you go with. Direct soaking in acetone in a bowl is the faster and more effective method, followed by the cotton and aluminum foil, and followed by the cotton and clips. Regardless of what method you go with, please make sure to be patient and gentle with the gel removal process. In this video, we'll learn how to safely remove enhancements with minimal stress to the natural nail. Each nail shown has a different enhancement type, and they are dip, PolyGel, GelX extensions, and acrylics. The items required for this tutorial are acetone, a bowl, a nail file, a wooden stick, a nail cutter, and Vaseline. One thing to note before we get started is that this tutorial will only work for products that are labeled as soak-off. Products that are not labeled as soak-off will not be affected when soaked in acetone, and therefore should be removed with the help of a professional. We can speed up the removal process by removing excess product before soaking in acetone. Keep in mind that if you decide to soak in acetone without removing bulk, you might have to soak for longer periods of time. If the length of your nail is artificial and it's created by the enhancement, you want to cut some of the length. If, however, you're wearing product on top of your natural nail and you want to keep your length, skip this step. Remove some of the excess product with a regular file or an e-file. You never want to file off too much and accidentally reach your natural nail, so just file enough to reduce the product bulk. One important thing to keep in mind as you're filing off the product is to be very aware of your growth. This area is the natural nail without any enhancement product on it, and you don't want to file into this natural nail accidentally. Next up, let's apply some Vaseline around the nail to protect the skin. Grab a bowl and fill it with acetone. Make sure you don't put too much because you're going to be placing your hand inside the bowl and you don't want the acetone to overflow. Now we're ready to soak off the enhancements, so place your fingers inside the bowl and put a timer for 30 minutes. Once the timer's up, you'll see the product lifting off of the nail. Some might be gooey, some might be flaky, and this depends on which type of enhancement you're removing. Use a paper towel to remove the product that's sitting at the surface, and with the wooden stick, you can scrape the rest of the product that's soft. Don't scrape too aggressively because we don't want to damage the natural nail. If after using the wooden stick, you still have some stubborn pieces of product left on the nail, just repeat the soaking process again for 10 minutes. You might have to soak in 10-minute increments more than once, depending on the amount of product on the nail and how stubborn it is. Keep in mind that not all enhancements behave the same during the soak-off process. This is normal and depends on the product quality, enhancement type, how long you've been wearing the enhancement, and so on. One more thing to keep in mind is that soaking in acetone can cause dryness to your skin and your natural nail. This is normal, and you can put this moisture back into the skin and nails by using cuticle oil. Regardless of what enhancement you're removing, please make sure to be patient and gentle with the removal process.